We're actually gonna go out and have some fun today in the 06 STI, you guys. I tuned this car about 2 weeks ago on wastegate, and I've been having an absolute blast with it. The STI right now is on about 14 PSI, which is what we have in our wastegate. It makes 313 horsepower, 290-ish foot-pounds of torque. We're gonna be going back to the dyno next week to tune this thing with some boost and then some ethanol to see what we can do and just kind of get the basics of tuning down more. I've been making a ton of changes on this thing because the weather's been colder for like my cold starts, my cold start temperature corrections, all of this other stuff to get this thing as dialed as I want. Because for me, tuning right now is not about making a car have as much horsepower as I can squeeze out of it. It's about understanding the fundamentals and basics of tuning, so that way every change I know that I make to that car is going to be represented in a way that I understand what it does. It's not like I'm just putting a number in a cell and being like, okay, I know this works. I want it to be freaking perfect. We're also gonna go drop this thing off at paint today. So you guys might see the STI wing is gone. Somebody came and swapped trunks with me. I gave them the factory STI trunk and wing in exchange for a 07 STI limited trunk with just a little spoiler on it. For me, I prefer this. You guys know me if you've been around the channel a long time. I'm a big wingless guy. I really like the look of these things without the massive wing on them. So we need to go drop this thing off at paint here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we'll pick it up later this week, so that way we have a nice paint matched trunk to go with our car. Right now I want to say it's pearl white. What I've learned from tuning so far is it's not black magic, it's not wizardry, it's not some crazy thing. It's math. It's all basic math. Knowing your injector scaling, knowing how to cut your injector pulse width down for certain things, knowing where to put values. And once we get more familiar with it, I am going to do probably a several video series showing you guys how to tune your own cars as well. If that's something that you guys want me to kind of share with you guys, I'm all game for it, because this is, it's not hard. It's not hard, I promise. The biggest thing for me right now where I'm kind of stuck with tuning is boost control. I'm learning how to go about that, because it's not as simple as, hey, I want 18 PSI in the car, let me set 18. There's frequencies, there's hertz, there's all this other stuff with these boost controllers that can make them a little temperamental, but we're going back to the dyno, like I said, next week to specifically just work on boost control. And once we're through boost control, we have a thorough understanding of that and how to implement that tactic. We're gonna move to ethanol and then do the same thing. We'll see what this car does on ethanol. I wanna say it'll probably be, the injectors are kind of smaller, 1050, so we might up those 1300s, but we'll see, maybe 400, maybe 450. We'll see where it lands. Now, while we let the Subaru warm up, I do wanna take a second to talk about today's video partner, the guys over at AG1. Funny enough, I actually use this, and I've been using it for a couple of years now, since AG1 first reached out to us, I don't know, what, 2 years ago? If you don't know what AG1 is, it's a health drink that helps support your immune system, your gut health, your energy levels. It's got over 75 vitamins and minerals in it with probiotics. Over the past 2 years, with how much time I've been spending at the shop more and more, I don't have as much time to take care of myself as I wish I did. I have started going back to the gym though, so don't chastise me too much. AG1 has also made it extremely convenient for me to bring this stuff to the shop or on the go with all of these fun pouches. If I'm leaving the house or whatnot, I'll toss a couple in my bottle, I'll bring what I need, I'll fill up my water bottle here, and then I can make this whenever I need. AG1 also has some flavor options now. If this is the first time you're seeing this in a while, they've got tropical, citrus, berry, in addition to their original. Now for me, I'm gonna go ahead and make a tropical one, super easy. I've already filled up my water bottle here. I cut this open too soon. Cut the pouch open, drop it in, give it a couple little shakes. Put your cap on, shake it up, and you're good to go. Judge me if you want. This one's actually, tropical's my favorite. I really like tropical. AG1 also rigorously tests their formulas consistently to ensure that they're contamination free. There's nothing in here that there's not supposed to be, and that this is tip top for everyone who is getting it. I'm sorry, this one, dude, the tropical, if you are genuinely considering AG1, 10 out of 10 the tropical, man, it's my favorite. If AG1 is something that you guys are considering, go to drinkag1.com/Smeedia, or scan the QR code. You'll get a free welcome kit with your first subscription. It includes a bottle of vitamin D and free AG1 travel packs. Thanks AG1 for sponsoring today's video. And now, let's go rip around on our Subaru a little bit and go have some fun, because it should be warmed up by now. I better be warmed up by now. It is kind of cold outside though. So far tuning hasn't been that bad. The biggest hurdles for me have been kind of in the transient throttle range and boost control, which boost control we're going back to focus on next week on the dyno, where we're going down there and all we're focusing on is boost control. That's all we're doing all that day. Right now the car is tuned on wastegate with some timing added in. Timing was something that I thought always scared me as well, and timing is like the easiest part of tuning. Add timing until nothing happens, or until the car, you start to see feedback knock. Once you see that, remove that timing. There's no point in putting your car on the threshold of all of this timing if it's not doing anything for the car. I love this car because I can quite literally just beat the piss out of this thing and it doesn't care. It'll just take it. It makes, I don't want to say it makes so little horsepower right now, but it makes a reasonable amount of horsepower on wastegate where you can abuse the car and nothing's gonna happen. Plus it's nice being able to have this while I have the M3 that I can solely rely on the M3 as my daily, or the Tacoma if something happens and I'm not beating the piss out of something that I'm using it as a daily driver, especially that I'm like learning to tune on, because that's gonna make it so much worse. If you're learning to tune on a car that you're using as a daily, you can do it. I probably wouldn't advise it, but I mean, you can definitely do it. Where's this guy going? I need fuel also. Don't go to the far side. I was gonna go to the far side. 92, should I put 87 in and see what happens? It'll be nice once it's all paint matched though. Really a fan of the winglet stuff. Fuel corrections are within 2%. I've spent way more time on AF correction and fueling and all that than I probably should have, because I have been so anal about trying to get it all within 2% of each other, and you really don't have to. 5% is the main target that you're going to be trying to shoot for when it comes to fuel corrections, but like I said, I've just been a little anal retentive about it. The turbo sounds really good too. That DOS Performance turbo comes in quick. I want to give the car a little bit more timing down low just to aid the turbo a little bit, but outside of that, like, the car drives great. It drives phenomenal. But just like cruising and wastegate's so easy to tune on because you don't have to worry about the boost variable. It's like the car's gonna make what the car's gonna make. Having a wideband is something that I'm gonna suggest for anybody who wants to try to learn to tune at home, because the issue with the factory, the issue with the factory O2 sensors is the farther away you get from stoichiometric, the less accurate the sensor reads. So if you're only relying on your upstream O2 sensor, the issue that you're gonna run into is you'll be able to tune the car just fine right around like driving conditions and like under 4,000 RPM outside of load conditions. But as soon as you go to get into higher boost and higher load demands, the leaner or the richer you get, the less accurate that sensor is going to be. So you're not gonna be able to rely on that sensor to make tuning adjustments. So having the wideband allows you to accurately see what your air fuel ratio trims are. Because, I mean, you don't want to be super lean and boost and then have something detonate and grenade, because that's when things will go downhill super freaking fast, man. There is one issue I have ran into with tuning on fine knock learn, and I have not been able to sort this quite yet. It's also feedback knock. So feedback knock's going to be your short-term knock correction. So that's going to be an immediate response to what the car sees, and that's pulling X amount of degrees of timing. Now, for me, and I think I'm attributing this right now to the drop-in pistons, because the pistons are not machined to the block. They're literally a 9950 drop-in piston. Now, with that being said, I get the exact same feedback knock reading at the exact same RPM every single, and under same load every single time. I've already tried removing timing from that portion of the map. I've tried all this stuff, and I do not believe it's a timing or a fueling issue. I think that the knock sensor is just picking up some piston slap from the drop-in pistons, which I'm not stressing it. If it's only pulling 2 degrees, it's only pulling 2 degrees. Feedback knock used to scare me. As a non-educated Subaru owner, feedback knock used to scare me because I didn't understand what it was. And myself included, I made videos saying, yeah, if you see X amount of feedback knock or your damn drop to this or whatever, you should be worried. And It's not as scary as you might think. If your car is seeing -4 feedback knock, yeah, it could be a timing issue, could be a fueling issue, it could just be picking up detonation event. The overreaction to seeing -1.4, 2, -2.4 degrees of timing being pulled is the ECU doing its job. The ECU is supposed to be pulling that timing out if it is detecting these knock events. And if it detects those knock events over and over and over again in these RPM ranges or under these load settings, what it's going to do is move that feedback knock into your fine knock learn. And your fine knock learn is going to be your long-term knock correction. It's the same thing with AF learning and your AF correction. Your AF correction is going to be an immediate response to changing or making adjustments to your air-fuel ratio target or your commanded fuel final, while your AF learning is going to be your long-term. So it's not a bad thing. It's the ECU doing its job. Dude, this thing's so much fun. It's only on wastegate right now too. That's the most fun part. Like, there's so much more this car has to give. Oh, dude, I love this car. This is, honestly, this is the most fun I've had with a car because A, I don't care what happens to it. B, I'm in control of everything. If I want to change something, I can change it. It's wonderful. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to rely on it. I can lean out my AFRs a little bit under watt because I do have my commanded fuel final set to, or my target lambda set to 11.6, which is a little bit on the richer side, but it is a little bit on the safer side. Well, you can start to bring it a little bit more lean if you want to. I just have it kind of set in a safe parameter right now as I'm still learning things, but the car takes it. It takes the abuse. The extra fuel does help cool the cylinders. So on pump gas too. Pump gas is the one where we have to be a little cautious of what we're doing with the car. Once we move to ethanol, man, we can get a little bit more, we can try to get a little bit more rowdy because ethanol is the one that we're going to be having that extra safety cushion. Dude, this car is right there. I just saw it. Minus it pulled 2 degrees. Same RPM, right around 3,200 RPM, same load range, everything same. Dude, even at one, now that we've done coilovers, all this other suspension stuff, the car drives great. I cannot believe this car actually drove back to my shop when we bought it. This thing was quite literally falling apart, and we've saved it. We have saved another GD, and it rips, dude. I went on the rumble strips a little bit. For me, dude, the tuning side of stuff that we're doing now is way more interesting than the building, because don't get me wrong, I enjoy building these cars, but I've built so freaking many of them that the challenges or the trials and tribulations that you face when doing it, it's easy now. I know how to overcome most of the issues that we come across. Tuning, it's like, dude, I don't know how the hell to make this car idle. I don't know how to do this. We're gonna figure it out. And it's new to me. I like learning, I like expanding, and I like doing this stuff. That was another one I had to figure out was fuel overrun. So that is when your car is coming down in RPM, and when it comes down in RPM like that, sometimes if it doesn't catch itself right, it'll want to die, or it'll like come down on idle super weird. Yeah, like look at idle right now, within 1%. I have spent way too much time making this car idle like so freaking well within that that range. I just need to turn around. Where can I turn around at? So the other big thing that I need to learn with tuning is to not chase absolute perfection, because you're not gonna get it. Like, I sat there and I tried to get my AF correction and my AF learning at 0 for hours, and it's just, you're always gonna have some type of an adjustment, some type of a correction, something that's going to skew the results. So trying to set a target AFR learning correct, not even a correction, but a target AF learning and correction standard for yourself is something that I think is kind of important. For me, I've really been shooting for 3%. 5% is like the, I want to say what most people target. I've been trying to get 3 because I want it better. Outside of like doing hits and like hardcore beating on the car and whatnot, I was using this thing as a daily for like a week and a half, and it was doing phenomenal. I do want to put in a aftermarket radio in here just so I have like Apple CarPlay and listen to my own music, charge my phone, have maps up and whatnot. This radio works, but you know, it works okay. It's a factory radio from 20 years ago. That's a 20-year-old radio. That's nuts to me. This is a 20-year-old car, man. It's insane to me how old GDs are getting. I need to fix that ABS light still. So that one's for the rear left ABS sensor. So different sensor failed on us this time. So I need to get another one. Then that light should be off. The airbag light's for this airbag for some reason. I don't know why that light is on, but I would figure that out. If it's an opportunity that any of you guys have, especially being like enthusiasts and whatnot and wanting to have control over your cars like this, I cannot suggest it enough. Go do it. Just do it. It's like, if you want some online classes for it, HPA Academy has been phenomenal for me. I mean, we have a link with them if you guys want to save a little bit of money. I know there's some free resources on YouTube as well. I will share my learning with you guys so you guys can have a better understanding of this. But it opens up a whole new side of this that you didn't know. Like on the troubleshooting side of things, I understand so much more because I'm learning how all of these things interact with each other. And learning how they all interact with each other and learning what they do a little bit more gives so much more insight for you to be able to understand the micro changes that happen. And even the power that the car makes right now, I'm pretty happy with, because not only is it responsive, but it's all usable power. We can get some more out of it. On maybe 18 to 20 PSI on 1050s, I maybe see us getting to like 340, 350 wheel. If you guys remember my old blue 07 STI, I bought that car just to beat the shit out of and have fun with. Wow, that's really fucking annoying. I bought the old 07 STI just to beat the shit out of and have fun with and whatnot. This one is a little bit more fun. God, those brakes kill me every time though. See what I mean? Like, I missed having something like this. I forgot, every time I flash a new map on here, it resets launch control. So that was an accident. I don't recommend you launch your car at redline unless you want to. Who am I to stop you? I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom, man. Do whatever you want. You want to launch your car at redline, you launch your car at redline. I'm not gonna stop you. But like the blue 07 STI that I had, that car was a blast because it did what I wanted. I literally bought that thing just to beat the piss out of it, have a car that I just didn't care about. And this is similar in a sense where, yes, we are making this car better. I don't want to say we're restoring it, but I guess to a sense we are kind of like half-ass restoring it, because we're fixing all the broken stuff, we're modifying it, and we're building it how we want to. But on the flip side, like I said earlier, I don't have to rely on this to be my daily driver. I can literally have all the fun in the world I want with this thing. All of it. And I miss that. I miss having something like that. This past year and a half for me has been really hard with cars. I haven't had anything that I could just go have fun with. We had a life event happen where we needed a truck at the time, so the 07 STI had to go. The EG33 continued to have issues, and I financially could not afford to continue to just put engines together for that car. The RX-7, it was worth too much money. Like, at the end of the day, that car sold for damn near $60,000. It was worth too much money for me to beat the shit out of. $60,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of freaking money. And I've been kind of absent on the YouTube side of things because I've just been working. I've been making money so that way we can do it. A lot of it has been to put money aside for the next EG33 build because it's going to be a little spendy. But yeah, most of you, I assume everybody's got a job. My job is just to build Subarus for people. Started out as making a lot of videos, but now it's kind of evolved to we have a business now. It's insane, man. It's It's crazy. So just checked in with the paint shop. We're gonna go grab Melanie. She's gonna follow us over here. We're gonna drop this thing off. They said it would be 3-4 days. They're gonna paint match the trunk, the wing, and then the roof vane end caps because both of those are sun faded. So I figured why not just get those done while we're there. Also, they said that they would do the end caps for free since they're already doing the other stuff. So that would be pretty sweet. Why are my brakes so freaking squeaky? Can you brake boost in these cars? Oh, you can. You guys don't know how to brake boost. You have to like feather the brake. You have to feather the brake down while giving it the right amount of gas. If you do it too much, it's gonna like try to lurch at you or jerk weird. So you got to make sure you do it evenly. If you've never tried brake boosting, some cars don't let you because they got like too much technology and whatnot in it. But if you've got an older car like this, you can probably brake boost. Drop this thing off for paint. The 06 STI is dropped off of paint now. We should be able to get that thing back in a couple of days. They're gonna do the roof vane end caps for me, fix any of the scratches on the rear quarter panels, repaint that trunk and that wing the same color as the car, which I wanna say is silver metallic? I don't remember. It's the non-UGM silver, which UGM is still top tier. But for me, like you guys have seen it in the past, I always take the STI wings off of pretty much all of my STIs and I always end up going wingless. I personally just like the look of wingless better. I know some people are gonna die on the hill that an STI needs a wing. I disagree, but regardless of the fact, that car rips. You guys seen it. It does all the things we want it to do right now. Mentioned it a couple times. We're going back to the dyno next week. If there's anything specific you guys want to see, let me know. I will 100% film that one. I do have somebody coming to help me film while we're on the dyno. It's just while I'm sitting in the car on the laptop trying to focus on what I'm doing. It's very difficult for me to have a camera and try to explain what I'm doing at that time. So this time should be a little bit better. We're gonna be going down to FIM again, Force Induction Motorsports. Fernando is gracious enough to allow me to use the Mustang dyno down there. So a huge shout out to them and Fernando for letting me come down and bother them throughout the day. Just a quick little video going out, ripping around on the STI, having some fun with it because I haven't been able to do that in like the past year just because it's one project and another project and I get distracted. I have like ADHD with cars, man. I get something, I'm working on it, I get something shiny, I get distracted, then I go back to what I was doing. I'm gonna be jumping back on the Mickey Mouse STI here. I've got that car is almost done. I have not really shot a video on that just because I'm on a pretty tight deadline on that car for when it has to get done. It has to get done in 2 days. Pretty much all that's left is a lot of suspension stuff. So I got a set of Olin coilovers here that I have to get set up, white line rear sway bars, whole bunch of stuff going in that one. But I'll give you guys a quick little breakdown on that here. Maybe we'll do a video on all the suspension stuff and whatnot. But anyways, I'm rambling. With that, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you like the video, you know what to do. Go and hit the like button. Turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it might turn for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, I'll put it in one of these corners. No idea which one quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.